Good evening. Hundreds of protesters have gathered in Birmingham city centre this evening to add their voices to the many demonstrations taking place around the country against Donald Trump's visit to the UK. We'll be going live to Victoria Square in a few moments, but first Duncan Smith reports on how the Midlands has been reacting to the presidential visit.
Not the president's men. Protesters set off early today from Birmingham's Central Mosque to demonstrate in London as the US president prepared to visit the Prime Minister's country retreat Chequers. The demonstrators' message: "You're not welcome here, Mr. President."
Effectively, he's going around the world creating chaos, creating wars, and I think that's why we're going to London today, to demonstrate against what he is trying to do to the world.
Demonstrators started setting up this morning in Victoria Square, but not everyone in Birmingham is opposed to the president.
He's a guy who can bring things together, I think.
He does put his foot in it a lot, we know that, but he's a man that's trying to do good, I think, in the long run.
The public division is a far cry from that spring day in 1998 when the last US president to visit Birmingham, Bill Clinton, supped a pint in the sun. Duncan Smith, BBC Midlands Today, Birmingham.
Well, BBC WM's political reporter Rob Mayer joins us now from Birmingham City Centre. What's the atmosphere like there then, Rob?
It's very noisy, Becky. I hope you can hear me okay. Numbers sort of melting away slightly now here in Victoria Square as we get a drop of rain, but at its height this protest probably had at least 500 people. They chanted slogans. Love Trump's hate was a particular favourite, and they went on a little march around Birmingham city centre as well. And it's all very peaceful, a low-key police presence, and these protesters have been telling me why they turned out today.
He's head of state, but he's not behaving like a head of state, so I don't see why we should respect him at all.
He's doing a lot of damage to people's lives. I don't want my son to grow up in a world where white supremacy is normalised, and I wanted to make my voice heard.
We would welcome a statesman. We would welcome someone who was truthful and who was principled. This man is none of these things.
So that's what some protesters here in Victoria Square thought today. I'm joined now by Brian O'Sullivan, who's the chair of Birmingham Say No to Racism. Brian, are you happy with how things have gone today and the turnout?
Yeah, I think it's been a great turnout, fantastic. I mean, 700, maybe police are saying 700 people actually. And I think it was great. It was very diverse, lots of people from different political traditions. And I think it's saying really loudly about what people think about Donald Trump in this city.
There's an argument, isn't there, that he's the leader of our closest ally in the world. We should be welcoming to Donald Trump, even if you don't agree with everything he believes in.
Well, I'm sure people do have those views, but actually we have to look at what Donald Trump has been saying. This is a man who rejoices in his bigotry and his racism, and I think because of that we need to send a message loud and clear that Donald Trump, you're not welcome here.
Thank you very much, and the protest carries on here in Victoria Square.
OK, Rob, thank you. The MP for Lichfield, Michael Fabricant, has been accused of Islamophobia after posting an offensive image of the Mayor of London on social media. Mr Fabricant's apologised for tweeting the cartoon, which showed the head of Sadiq Khan, a Muslim, on an inflatable pig, pork being prohibited in Islam. Mr Fabricant said he hadn't looked at the image in detail.
What I should have done, I was in a meeting at the time, frankly, is looked at it more closely. I was half listening to the meeting, saw the picture, didn't look at it. Those people who can still access the picture will see it's very, very small, the thing that's totally objectionable. And frankly, I just didn't see it on an iPhone.
I'm no hero.